Dear friends, we are coming to you again on the next lecture. Hope you are enjoying the lockdown, the Janata curfew. Keep safe. We pray hard. God needs to come down to help us. Alright, this is a session on computer networks. It's a very familiar, common term which we are used to. We've been using, seen, as I said. We are again back to class 6 portion which many of us have studied. Alright, so here is the definition, a short, clear, pinpoint. What is computer network? It is nothing but interconnection of autonomous systems, meaning we have systems that are independently working, autonomous, and they are connected to make them as a unit of systems. So a computer network consists of the following elements. So we have a server. A server is a central machine that acts as repository of information, programs, data, and it's like a mother computer. Then we have what are called a client, or in a network we have many clients. Of course, you being from the commerce background, this term client is little different, not the client that you are used to in your transactions, but a different client. So here a client machines are individual separate machines which are connected via something to the server. Then we have what is called a media or a channel. In some books we will hear the term channel or medium. It means the way the server, the clients are interconnected, the medium. Sometimes they are wired, sometimes they can also be wireless without wire. So this is a basic structure of a network. So common question, computer networks, definition, the tree and the diagram is important. Okay, now going to the next. Next is network designs. Students, be sure here there is often a confusion. Sometimes some confuse with there are two possible questions here. One is called network design and also network topologies, which we will be studying in the next lecture. Now design means how geographically they are connected, or what defines or restricts a computer design is its area of coverage. Okay, so network design, types of network design. So there are, of course, as we said in the syllabus, only these last four are given. I have added one more, it's important. So let's see what are network designs. Okay, so there are the following network designs that are commonly used. First we call PAN, personal area network. Some books define it also as private area network. Fine, personal is a motto. Then we have local area network, LAN, MAN, metropolitan area network. WAN stands for wide area network. So a PAN, it's a personal. This is used within an office or a room. Suppose in your room you connect all your systems. There's a computer, maybe a laptop, maybe you have your mobile, etc. Other devices too. Now we know there are something called Internet of Things. Sometimes you can connect everything in your room, systems, and then you have within a geographical distance of 10 meters you have what is called a personal area network. So that is something that is within a very small geographical area, 10 meters. Then we have local area network that covers up to 100 meters where systems are interconnected between buildings, within an organization. For example, in the college, our buildings, departments, computers are connected using a local area network. So up to 100 meters, that is a maximum. Here we use sometimes cables, sometimes can be wireless, can also be optical cables, OFC, optical fiber cables. And next, third is metropolitan area network. This is up to 1000 meters, that is a kilometer, connecting sometimes centers between towns, and this is mostly used in city offices across the cities, etc. Then the last, wide area network. Of course, this term wide area is between continents, countries, and mostly used here are undersea cables or satellite links. Undersea cables means we have fiber optics that runs under the sea connecting continents, or we have satellite links. So these are the four designs, or sometimes also known as types of networks. Sometimes they ask in exams network designs or types of network. The next is network topology, so do not confuse with the two. So that is network design. Then as usual, some advantages, disadvantages. Of course, we know computer networks are the in thing. All computer systems, every computer environment is within in a network. So there are a lot of advantages that a network allows users. First is sharing of data. You are able to share data across systems, programs, users because of interconnection and channels. Then it allows communication between systems and network. Okay, I can share your internet, email, etc. happens only because of computer networks, because of that technology. Then it allows resource sharing between users and systems. For example, a printer connected to one system can be shared by somebody else at another point, because over the internet I am able to share resources. Instead of everyone having, I am able to minimize economically and share a resource. Can be sometimes input devices, output devices, storage, etc. over the internet can be shared. Then it allows a centralized system management, which means and software administration. So in a computer network we saw there is a server and there are autonomous clients. So suppose I want to install programs or manage, I'm able to do it centrally from the server, and I'm able to control each user, each systems, each nodes, each application. A centralized management, which sometimes also has its disadvantages. Then we have, it allows what is called work group computing. So over internet, I'm sure you have already used to the other IT class or level on Excel. You have something called common folder, work groups. So suppose you have one group of people who can be combined together and they can be given certain tasks to do together, or another group that is different from this and they can be given another task. So this is called work group computing. So you have one group that is combined together and another group that is combined together. So we are able to group different users, make different groups, and do what is called group computing. Okay, and the last, there is a higher level of security, access control over the internet, over the network, because there are login mechanisms, control mechanisms, security mechanisms. So these are mostly the advantages, and of course the advantages are far, not only in number wise, far superior to the limitations. And limitations for academic purpose, you have to write something, so here they are. Okay, setting up and managing a computer network is sometimes very tedious, it is, and also expensive compared to individual machine management. Then of course, as I said, the centralized administration also has its disadvantage. Sometimes it can become difficult. So these are some disadvantages, but overall computer network, we need to use them, and we know your most system based users, I come to you over a network. If that was not possible, would not have been possible if there was no network. So we need computer network. Alright, so you remember this picture. No assignments today, we'll come back to you later. Alright, okay, God bless, thank you.